Hey everybody, it's Never, and this is an updated Battlestation video because a few people have asked me to do one. So not a whole lot has changed since the last video I made explaining this, but I'm going to go over some of the basics real quick just for a refresher. This is a Haswell i5 with 8 gigs of RAM and a GTX 770 with 4 gigs of video RAM and some SSDs and a really fancy Asus motherboard. There's a whole lot of reasons for those specific things, and if anyone has any questions about them, just go ahead and leave a comment about it. Moving up here, this is the monitor that I've had. This is an IBM flat panel monitor from a long time ago. This thing's like 20 years old or more, and it still keeps on kicking. It just refuses to die. So I've been very happy with this monitor. It works good as a secondary monitor. It gets a little bit of ghosting, so it's not so great for a gaming monitor, which I don't use it for, but yeah, this has been an awesome thing. Over here, this is where I'm recording the actual audio, which is why it sounds much better than a cell phone can do. This is my primary monitor, which isn't really anything special, but there we go. Moving down, this is the keyboard I use. This is an And Pro. I had to import this from China, although I believe you can get them on Amazon directly now. I like this because it has individual LEDs under every key that can do a full RGB spectrum, so it looks really nice, especially in the dark. And it's also a 60% keyboard, which is why I have a 10 key up there in the rare occasions I need to use it. But this also is fully programmable. So this caps lock is a useless key, so I remapped it to a function key, and when this is pressed, WASD becomes arrow keys, Q and E become home and end, F and V become page up, page down, Z, X, and C are volume controls. Up here, this is print screen, scroll lock, pause break, and then this is a 0 for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 key right there, which is why I don't actually have to use that very much. These are Gatoron brown mechanical switches, which I love. Moving on over here, this is the mouse I'm using. I used to use a Logitech G700, but I went through a couple of them and just kept having problems with the main buttons. They would double click when you didn't mean to, and there were a couple other problems, and executing something when you intend to just select it really sucks and causes a bunch of trouble. So this is a SteelSeries Rival 500, which had some software problems way early on, but since I've gotten it, they've done an update and it's been really fantastic. So there's 4 extra buttons on top. This one I use for escape. This is F5, and these are end and home, which are handy for browser stuff. This is a tilt wheel, which I've explained what I use for in WoW. And then let's see if I can get a good angle on the light. So there's 3 buttons here. This is forward, back, and backspace, and then these push down. This is control and shift and alt, which gives me a lot of extra control, shift clicking, double click, or shift clicking and control clicking and alt clicking things straight from the mouse, which is very handy in games when I don't want to have to move my left hand from firing off abilities at people. And then moving over here, finally, this is the Razer Orb Weaver, which is an updated version of the Nostromo N52 Belkin Razer speed pad thing. This is nice because it has an extra row of buttons, so instead of 14 keys plus the wheel, it's just 20 keys straight up. It has this is the thing I was worried about when I decided to go with one of these, is this is not the same D-pad that the other had, but there's a setting in it that allows it to only recognize the main compass arrows. So it behaves very much like a D-pad, which works really well for me. And it's, again, fully programmable with all the pretty colors and stuff. And because of this, I've been able to actually remove the need for like 2 different pages that I have on my action bar in WoW, which is really great. So I've been very happy with this, and it also has mechanical keys, which feel amazing. It's something that I care about. Not everybody cares about it, but mechanical keys are showing up on things that previously never had them, and they are also becoming quite a bit more affordable. So that's the basic rundown of the Battlestation. These are the input devices are what people mostly care about. Here's where their microphone is, and this is a hiss and pop shield. It's attached to this arm here that just kind of goes and attaches to the corner of the desk. And I normally will just put it back behind this monitor to store it. And so when I'm doing a video, it's just right down here in front of me, and I just kind of lean over and talk at it like that. And this is the environment I do everything in. And I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. So if you have any questions about it, want to know what's inside of something or how it's configured software-wise, feel free to leave a comment and I will answer it the best I can. And that's pretty much everything I've got. Okay, thanks, bye.